Hello everyone, my name is Damien and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most basic things in Kurtzpel, but also one of the most important ones in Kurtzpel. We're talking about stats and builds and how you, a new player, can build your character however you want. So as a new player you always wonder, and people come to my stream and they ask, how do I build my character? Where do I build my character? What are the stats? What can I use? Are all cosmetics the same? I will try to answer all these questions in this video. So when you're in Alteca, that is the middle of Alteca, you want to come to this spot over here where you will see the Tome of Knowledge. The Tome of Knowledge is basically where all the setup for your character is done. So in the Tome of Knowledge you will notice that you have the basic set changes, the karma changes, custom and accessories. We'll start with the basic set changes. Basic set changes, normally you would do the following. You would set them up to 3. So you can actually see what are the basic stats that you start with, and then after this you can do the following. You can just increase however you want. If you're using a magic breaker or a magic slayer, you'll want to increase the stats more related to int and wisdom. If you're using more physical related, you'll want to always increase STR, agility, and I think wisdom also benefits you. But all of this, you're not bound to any of this. You can actually build it however you want. That's the beauty of Kurtzpel. So for example, the build I decided to go for, thanks to some of my viewers and my mods, was this one. I decided to go with the lowest strength possible because I'm running a staff and a hammer, both of them being magic related karmas. And I decided to go for agility so I could get some movement speed out of it. Then max int so I could increase the most cast speed, the movement speed and everything that I require for a staff build. Increase my wisdom, which also benefits the staff greatly. And since staff lacks a bit of mobility and it lacks endurance and everything, I'm compensating for the lack of STR. I maxed out the HP. This was the build I decided to go for, but any of you can do however you want. That's the beauty of Kurtzpel. You can theory craft as much as you want and try stuff out and maybe find something viable. Alright, so these are the stats. This is how you want to build. Normally, in order to rebuild your stats, you'll have to pay 1000 CP. It's a bit expensive. I think the developers should make it lower because I think we should be able to change our stats however we want in order to create as many builds as we want. But right now, this is how it is. Do remember that everything in this build might change in the future. So next thing we're going to go for, karmas. Your karmas normally start at this level, level 1, as you can see here in the case of stats. You have on the side all the karmas that you have available to you. You'll press, for example, let's start with this one that I have not upgraded. You will want to upgrade everything on your staff or weapon, your karma, in order to get the most out of it. If you can see here my magic room, for example, I have everything upgraded. All the stats got increased that you see on the side because I upgraded to the max. Not all of these will increase the stats of the staff. Some of these will increase the skills, the amount of skills you can use with the staff, the sub karmas that you can use with the staff. When I say staff, I'm talking about any other karma. This is the same for all the karmas. You also have the option to change the color however you want from your weapon. You cannot choose what you can change, but you can see in the case of the staff, the broom, it only changes the white parts. Now to the customs. The customs don't have a lot of changes. You don't have a lot of options on the customs. You'll want to select any custom, so let's select one of the ones I have not changed. And you will see that basically all you have to do is just upgrade all the way. There are some customs that, like the one from Judgment Bellator's armor, that's a DLC armor. You'll see that you only have to upgrade one part because this is equivalent to having 2 pieces, top and bottom. Other pieces like, I don't know, like the sleeveless shirt, you'll have to upgrade the sleeveless shirt and then you'll have to go to the bottom piece. And for example, training pants, you'll have to upgrade them as well in order to have exactly the same stats that you have on the Judgment Bellator's armor. This is not a big issue, it doesn't matter. All it matters is that you have your armor set, your costume set upgraded fully. Then you also have the undergarment, but the undergarment does not have anything that you can upgrade. You can only change the color of the undergarment. You cannot see in my case because I'm fully covered up, but yes, it does not matter. You also have the option to dye out the armors however you want, as you can see. which is pretty cool. I like it a lot. So that's the costume. There's not much to say. It's purely cosmetic wise. It does not matter which piece of costume you use. All of them fully upgraded will be the same. And that's a big part about Kurtzpel that I like, because it doesn't give you that RNG, or it doesn't give you that pay to win mechanic that people like to talk so much about in games. Now to one of the most important parts of while building your character, which is the accessories. Accessories and basic stance changes, I would say, is the most important part when building out your character. Of course, you want to have your karma and costume maxed out, but this one are the ones who give you the most variation while building something new. First of all, you want to have one of each of the accessories. You want to have the hair top, you want to have a hair bottom, face top, face bottom, neck, back, right hand, left hand, belt, and shoes. You can see the shoes because it's behind the camera, but yeah, you want to have one of each one so you can make any build you want regardless of how it looks. You can see that I have a lot of different hair tops, I have a lot of different hair bottoms. It does not matter, it's cosmetic wise, you'll get it eventually, but as a starter, which is the point of this video, you want to get one of each so you can change it. Why do I say that you want to get one of each? Because if you go check the stats of your accessories, for example on the hair top, all the hair tops will have the same availability of stats. So you'll be able to click, for example, the Halloween witch hat, and you'll be able to go to substat change, and you'll see that you have a list here of stats that your hat can have, right? And this is what you want to focus on. You want to manage your stats however you prefer. So in my case, I went for magic crit for my hair top on my build, and you could go for rage regeneration, action speed, depending on what kind of thing you're running. So it's not locked to a certain stat, you can manage it however you want. And this is the important part that every newbie tries to understand or has questions about. Do I have to farm a certain item? No, you don't. You can literally just play the game, level up your NPCs, and your NPCs will give you one of each items, because each NPC has a certain type of item that it gives you, and once you level up all of them without paying a single cent, you can just have the items that you require in order to make a build. So in this case, you can see that you also have to upgrade. You'll have to upgrade 2 times. Same thing, once you upgrade 2 times, you'll see that it will increase quite significantly. It will go from 1% to 2%. In this case, for Magic Crit Break, depending on what you're leveling, it will increase accordingly, basically. Or what stat you're using, it will increase accordingly. That's basically it. I mean, there's not much more to say. I'll leave it to you guys to make the build however you want. My build is based on the magic and tanking, basically. So because I'm running 2 weapons, 2 karmas that are based on magic, so I get both of them have a lot of synergy with each other. But you can do however you want. You can go with a physical weapon and a magic weapon and try to mix it up and make something new that brings you know, a new meta to the game or something like that. Hope you guys found this little guide useful. I stream every day. I have a Discord, so if you guys want to join those, go ahead. See you guys on the next one. Have a nice one. Love you guys. Bye. The fuck?